Well, let's talk more about this with Kevin Maloney, founder and principal at Property Markets Group, who joins us now live from New York. Kevin, thank you so much for your time today. You're looking mainly at the property side of things, and I was reading your report, and it was absolutely fascinating about the Florida building code and how it really has evolved over time. Is it up to scratch, though? Is it good enough to be able to withstand things like hurricanes? Because when you look at the devastation, it still feels as if there's a lot of work to be done here.
Yeah, the Florida building code is always evolving. We're certainly in Miami, we're probably the largest city with the tallest buildings that probably is best suited to absorb a hurricane. In this circumstance with Irma, as you know, the hurricane really traveled up the west coast of Florida. But Miami did, because the storm was several hundred miles wide, Miami did feel a significant brunt of that. But for the most part, the buildings did very, very well. And really attributable to the significant building code. The code is currently being adjusted and always upgraded after every storm, and we're getting better and better at dealing with these storms and keeping public safety safe.
So as we continue to learn, and also as we do continue to see potentially more and more violent weather, whether or not it's a byproduct of climate change, I don't know, but it does feel as if these are becoming more frequent events. Kevin, what biggest modification would you still make to the building code?
Well, we probably have some things to do with structure and impact glass and the glass itself and the wind speeds that these buildings can take. But I believe that most of our glass in the Miami corridor, where we're really developing most of our projects, is really tuned to about 150 miles an hour, which is significantly, say, more than it was in the late 90s. For example, our buildings in the Miami corridor really had, I don't think we had one broken window, where buildings next door to us 50 feet away had several hundred broken windows that were really under previous building code. So that is an example of how the building code has improved significantly.
What percentage do you think of the properties in the area are insured? Because we've been trying to naturally, get a grip on the insurance losses. And while, I understand that maybe a lot of commercial properties might have insurance, a lot of residential properties, at least when it comes to flood insurance, may not have the right coverage. What's your feeling?
No, I think that everyone's insured. Everyone who is building or is an owner of real estate in that corridor is aware of the hurricane risk. Most of the lenders or the debt lenders in the marketplace require appropriate insurance. So I believe that everyone is probably insured to a point where it certainly is comfortable.
Everyone is insured? Really? Even residentials? I mean, when you say everyone is insured,
no,
are you taking into account private insurance versus state insurance? What kind of insurance are you talking about?
No, what I'm really talking about is that from our side in the development business, when we borrow, our lenders are very concerned about insurance. We're in a corridor where hurricanes are occurring on a regular basis, or certainly on an annual basis. There's a hurricane season, so there are certain minimum requirements in terms of personal insurance on personal residences. To the extent that there's debt lenders in those circumstances, I believe those debt lenders require some sort of insurance on those properties.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Related to flood.
Related to flood, okay. Kevin Maloney from Property Markets Group, thank you very much for your thoughts. Coming up,